take it to the hardwood. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings winning their last game against the Heat in Miami. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance. And road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in a point guard. Green with a screen on Rondo. Thompson misses.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
And that one's good by Gay. And so it's Golden State with it. It's a 5-point game. And Curry, here we go. It's stolen by Rondo. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Ball's knocked loose. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Here is Rondo. The Warriors making the shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Kept alive.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Gay drives in. Great D that time from Green.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
And here is Lee. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. There's a good screen. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
That's good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Green again. It's Cousins. Powered down with both hands.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
That's good. Lee's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Kings.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Sacramento leading by 7. Rondo against Barnes. Gay left side. Here's Rondo. Back to Cousins. That misses, would have counted it. And so the first quarter is in the books. Kings ahead. They lead by 7. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Kings.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Udrich out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Koufos. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Butler in the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Iguodala's drive. The shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And Bellinelli kicks to Koufos. Sacramento moving it around. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. The rebound by Ezeli.
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
Now, here is Barbosa. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him, Greg, confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Pass to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Iguodala. Gay drives in. And a wide open look for Lee. Pass to Rondo. Screen by Cousins. The pass to Gay. And that one is stuffed right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package of the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And Curry, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor, it is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Curry kicks to Bogut. Green, the screen. Thompson outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And now here comes Gay leading the break. This is to Cauley-Stein. Lee kicks to Cauley-Stein. 5 to shoot. It's Gay with the drive. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis, though? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Now here's Cauley-Stein following the miss by Draymond Green. It's stolen by Green. Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Klay Thompson.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The shot by Lee. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Curry against Toronto. Outside Curry. Outside Green. Green missing again.